jumping in on Hallie's Creations. I hope you enjoy this next share. And without any further ado, let's do this. Don't forget to subscribe and notify, or you won't miss out on any more videos.
Hi, thank you for joining Hallie's Creations. I am so glad you jumped on to check this out. This particular wreath was so much fun. I picked up the materials mostly from Dollar Tree for $1. Check out on the board here how I'm showing you your length. For the big fancy little foo-foo, you do 3 loops, and it's about 16 to 18 inches depending on how big and fluffy you want your loops. You can even make them a little bit smaller and tighter if you want. This part was kind of fun. It takes a little practice to not have it all twist and get knotted up on you, but check that out. See how pretty that is? And it's so easy. I try to keep these wreath shares super easy peasy for you. So just slide the zip tie through your middle frame and just zip it tight. Don't worry about that black showing. When you're all said and done, it's not going to show. And also, if you want to get zip ties different colors that match, yeah, do that. So we're going to go all the way around. So in the center here, that center ring, we're going to put one fluffy all the way around. Zip tie. Remember to have your hammer on your zip tie where it's going to pull tight for you. That's the head of your zip tie. That thick part needs to be pointing up. That way it grabs. Yeah, I didn't like the way that went on, so we're just going to do this one again. Sometimes I will show you the little oopses and stuff just to show you that it's okay. Now we're doing the outside rim, same thing. We were putting one on the outside to 2, but first we're going to do one and see how it looks. What's really cool about doing them on this metal frame is that you can slide them and fluff them and arrange them as you create. So outside here. And the outside rim, I'm keeping the fluffies about the same size. The inside ring, you'll see where we make them a little bit smaller. There's the wreath. When it's almost finished, I don't have the Irish plaque in it, but that gives you an idea what it's going to look like. Doing the outside again here. And there's going to be a gap. You'll see where I'm leaving a gap on the frame because I have already created a focal point with the bow and a shamrock that I blinged out. And you can see how I do that one. Ta-da! On another share. I'll put it down in the playlist for wreaths, so you can pull up the wreath playlist, which will have all kinds of different wreaths in it and such, but you can look it up, and I'll also put it on the little quick drop down. Yeah. So just going to do this on the inside and the outside all the way around. The zip ties make it super easy peasy. So we're recapping here just to remember the length. And don't get all caught up where they have to be 16, 18. Just, around there. And 3 loops, zigzag loops. Don't round them. Go back and forth on them. That's what gives it that pop. Just showing you a different way to cut it. Thank you, Ruthie, for my cutter. Yes, I painted it. You can use your scissors or you can use your roller cutter. Doing it on the outside rim again. And this is where you do the visual and you get an idea how you like it. And you just kind of play with it. There's the bow, the accent I told you that we were going to add to it. Now right now it doesn't match. It doesn't, but it will. We'll bring all these colors together. So now we're doing the center, and they're smaller. Remember I said the center ring is going to be smaller loops. What's smaller, Hallie? Probably about 12 inches or so. And you're still going to do the zigzag. Don't do the loop. See how I'm showing you the loop here? That's a no-no, because look what it does. It's flat. That's just not pretty. Nope, nope, nope. Now we're going to go back and we're going to zigzag it. Let it be a little floppy and messy. That's what gives it character. See how pretty that is? It just fluffs out. Thank you to all the YouTubers out there that create all these how-to shares. That's where I get a lot of my ideas, and Pinterest, FYI. And then I just make them up in my head as I go along as well. But I love sitting there watching my Pinterest and other YouTubers to create. And I'm guilty just like you. I zoom through them. I go to the parts I like. But I do subscribe because I know that helps them build their channel, and it doesn't hurt to subscribe. Okay, plus I get cool stuff when I subscribe. I get to know when they're doing new creations. So we're doing that again. We're filling in the outside now, just to give that gap. But see the gap on the other side? That's where the shamrock and the big bow is going to go. And like I said earlier, if you want to know how to make that big shamrock and that bow, that will be on another share on my playlist. Ta-da! There it is. See with the St. Patrick's? That's so cute. And yeah, you can find it there. And I'll also try to link it in as well. The shamrock, it turned out okay. It's not my favorite, but it turned out okay. I just make this stuff up as I go along, so sometimes in my head it's different than how it turns out. So we're going to be wrapping this up here pretty quick, putting the tulle all around it. Now this tulle you can buy at Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Walmart, Dollar Tree. It's everywhere. This shamrock little garland I picked up at the Dollar Tree for $1.25. Now it's gone up. The economy is a-changin'. Hey, so now we're going to be, I said that out loud with my outside voice. Now we're, and I'm not going to dub it out. Now we're going to be putting the ribbons on. This is where your colors are going to start tying together now. See how that has that gold in it and that darker green? It's just going to give that wreath that pop. And then the garland here with the little shamrocks, this is going to add to it a little bit more. But see the difference on that already? And we're going to add this all the way around, except for where the big bow is going to go. So leave one side looped and the other side just trim the edges so you get that real pretty fluff and ribbony look. And I rotated the loops back and forth, so one loop is in, one loop is out. You'll also notice that I've added some white accents on this, and I've done it the same way with the mesh. We're just going to run this garland around, attach it with the ribbon as well. That way we're only using one zip tie. And remember what I said, when it's all said and done, you're not going to see these zip tie heads anyway. But if you can buy them in the color of your project, that's perfect. I pick my zip ties up at Dollar Tree, of course, 99-cent store, and Harbor Freight. You can also get them at Walmart. Pay a little bit more when you get them somewhere else, and Amazon, but those are the best prices that I have found. I know because my videos are seen throughout the world, not everybody has a Dollar Tree. Sorry. But they do have an online store where you can buy in bulk and stuff as well. I don't know if they ship internationally, but they do have that option. And Amazon is everywhere, so there's always Amazon. And we're just continuing to... put that on the garland. We're putting it on. We're continuing to put it on light and fluffy. Don't put the garland on real tight. Let it be a little light and sloppy, because you're going to tuck it into your wreath as you fluff it out. And you want flexibility in that. Now we're going to go through and trim up all the zip ties. Don't cut all the way down to the head. Get close to it because you don't want it popping off. I use the flat side of my trimmers. Most trimmers, there's the wreath again. Anyway, we're going to fill in that gap now. We're going to attach the shamrock. Now remember, well, you don't remember because you didn't see this, but when you do watch the shamrock share, we added the bow with a pipe cleaner. So we just twist that pipe cleaner on. I do 3 good twists. That keeps it on there. Father, Son, Holy Ghost, the Trinity. And then we're going to zip tie the other piece up to it. Nice and secure and snug. Not too, you don't want to crack your shamrock. And then on the shamrock too, I went through and I trimmed a lot of that white down on it because it was just too overpowering and you lost the shamrock in it. So the final product, I did trim a lot of that white tooling down, which is what I had planned on doing. I put it on nice and fluffy and then you can trim it down. Remember what I say, you can always cut it down more, but you can't add to it once you cut it. This little shamrock hat I picked up at the Dollar Tree for $1.25. And we're just going to glue this little guy in there too. And I don't like those. See the little pipe cleaner, the white little pipe cleaner in the gray? I don't like those, so those are going to go bye-bye later. The final product doesn't have those on there. I cut them off. They had to be gone. And then we're also going to glue the little accents, some shamrocks and some gold coins around on the wreath. Now be careful when you do this. Don't burn yourself because, yeah, I did and it hurt. So be mindful. But there you go. Yeah, you get to see it and fluff, fluff, fluff. The biggest thing is this fluff, fluff, fluff. Add your little St. Patty's Day sign and you're done. Hey, thank you for hanging out with me at Hallie's Creations. I hope you have a bomb diddly week. May the Lord bless you and keep you. Have a good day and a better tomorrow, and peace out to my grandkids. Bye. Don't forget to subscribe and set that notify.